Merry Christmas everybody, and welcome to today's Christmas Day edition for Motorhome Retrofits. So today Richard and I have been working on this 2020 Adria Supreme, and it's been into us for front and rear parking sensors color coded, and also our super duper 5G Compact Pro Wi-Fi system. So join me inside the vehicle. We'll show you a bit about what we've done with the Wi-Fi and then show you how the sensors work. Right, starting off proceedings, we are in the van. So the roof of these vehicles, because we do quite a few of them, has got the ridge type effect. It's the metal roof, and we have to use a special ridge kit for the quite large antenna. We've gone for a black 5G antenna, and it sits on the roof with a ridge kit. Drill through here, which you can see just coming in through here. We always discuss with every customer positions and locations because of the fact that we don't want anything on show, and nor do you guys. So in a vehicle like this, we would normally always try and put it into the cupboard. The downside of a vehicle like this is there isn't a great deal of room. Inside the cupboard, there's limited space for the footprint of the antenna, so we are forced to put it on the outside. Now the last video, I think it was the last video, we did exactly the same. Customer was chuffed, and this customer came to us, local customer, and said, look, we've just seen your video, awesome, that's what we want. Now, in a vehicle like this, when you've got the TV and the sound bar and all the wiring, which we've just unplugged for the moment because it looks messy, we then have very limited space for the actual router itself. This is the 5G Compact Smart or Smart Compact Pro. It's got the new color screen. It's a 5G router. It's not cheap, but it means that then if you're in a decent area with a decent network or SIM card, you can then get 5G into the vehicle. Underneath here, you've even got an Ethernet port as well. So if you wanted to go hardwired for work, do a laptop connection, you can do. You've got your wireless connection, and this has also got the capability or ability to remove and be portable. Why you'd want to do that, I'm not sure, because you're always going to be in the vicinity of the camper van or motorhome. This is as neat as we can get it. Personally, I would say it's not the neatest looking bit of kit, but it's there to do a job. So you've got a few wires and cables everywhere, but we make it as neat as possible with the use of P-clips, and that's all screwed in so it looks nice and neat. And Richard's done a great job on top, but Matthew, get the names right, Matthew will show you a nice picture of what the antenna looks like on the roof. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump around to the back of the vehicle and show you what we've done with the parking sensors. As with all of these slide door conversion vans that we get in for either the camera or the parking sensors, none of the rear bumpers are color coded. They're all satin black or matte black. So that means that the parking sensors are hole sawed using a hole saw in through the back and just pushed in there. Push fit means that they're not fixed from the back. If you did have a faulty one, you can pull it out and replace it quite easily. It's not a problem. 4 holes fitted to the bumper for the 4 sensors. Cabling gets routed along, brought up behind the interior, the rear driver's side cluster, and then the module for the parking sensors. I'm struggling to talk today. It's Christmas Day, that's why. The module for the parking sensors then gets fitted or located behind there, and then we offer it the reverse signal and the ground. But I will just open the door as well once Matthew's sorted his camera position out, because the rear buzzer for this particular conversion has got the rear double bed that comes down. So you want to be able to make sure that you can hear the parking sensors. So I will get a photo. In fact, that's probably easier rather than moving the camera around. So I'll show you up there now. Above that, you'll see exactly where the buzzer has been fitted. We try and bring it as close as possible to the driver so that if you have got any distractions or the radio's on, anything else like that, you can still hear the parking sensors, which will be on full full tone anyway. So 4 sensors at the back, and then we'll jump to the front and show you what we've done there. Front bumper is slightly different just because it is normally colour coded. We do find that the colour coding for the plastic bumpers is nowhere near as good as you would expect it to be, but it is a commercial vehicle that's been converted, so the quality of the painting up here on the bonnet is really nice, and then it's a bit more of a matte finish on the bumper, so not really a big deal, but it does mean that we have had our sensors sprayed to the vehicle colour. So we've gone one either side of the number plate, standard fashion, and then one on the outside. Now, because you've got a slight curvature of how the bumper goes round, that tries to give you as much coverage as possible, because a parking sensor works like an ice cream cone, and that's the level of protection. So we want to be able to make sure that there's no dead spots, because these vehicles are quite high. That certainly helps, unlike a passenger car that's much lower, but it does mean that you've got less visibility when you're sat up there, so that's why parking sensors front and rear make a massive difference. What we will do is I will just get Matthew to jump in and show you the segment display. We have done a few videos before showing you how it works, because that part of it for us is the best bit, because the rear sensors are audible, front sensors are not. They're just silent, but a nice segment display, so they're not always going off, because there's no switch for these things. It's just working on this little green and red lights,
You're really
Why are we laughing about something that's not even there? So we take a look inside. The display that we fit here is quite important, and the reason being is, like I said earlier, we don't fit an audible buzzer at the front. So what I do is I just turn the ignition on. The segment display can't be fitted centrally, so we fit it just on the driver's side so that whoever's driving can see it. Sorry, this has got check engine oil and it's low on fuel, so that's what's beeping. If now, because Richard stood at the front of the vehicle, if I put my foot on the brake pedal, the system will come live. Now, Richard will need to walk towards the vehicle for those sensors to detect an obstacle. So if he goes absolutely dead center, eventually, once the sensors have detected, and then come in a bit more, Richard, so when you get your red flashing light, that means that's your warning zone and you're around about 30 centimeters away. So if Richard backs off now, the other thing we do when we fit these parking sensors is we'll also connect them up to the reverse gear. So when your vehicle is in reverse and you're reverse maneuvering, the front end swings out, and a lot of people, even now in passenger cars, just don't get that. So when you're in reverse gear, like so, the system will come on to protect the 2 outside sensors. So if you are in a reverse maneuver, the 2 outside sensors will come on just to protect the front. Obviously, it isn't audible, it is a segment display, so it's just there to show you that there's an obstruction. So this is a 2020 Adria Twin Supreme. We've done front and rear sensors, 5G, motorhome Wi-Fi, fantastic bit of kit. We do loads of them. We hope you're having a smashing Christmas and a lovely Christmas day. Have a happy new year. Thank you for all your support, following us on YouTube and social media, and we look forward to doing loads more videos for 2023. Thanks for watching.